The car will not be able to move. And simply means that if the brain is faulty, if the brain has been rewired and the structure has been changed and has affected the function, the person will not be able to function properly. And that's what we are saying. And that can also result to mental disorders. Then we also have some people that they also have what we call co-occurring disorders or dual diagnosis or multiple. People might also likely to have mental disorders being triggered by substance use. At the same time, they may also start having medical disorders. A lady came to my office and she was walking like this. She was walking like this. And I said, Madam, how are you? She said, fine. I've come to see you. Please have your seat. What happened? He said, I'm having addiction problem. Addiction problem? I said, yes. Madam, do you smoke? No. Okay. Do you drink? No. Then what kind of addiction are you talking about? She now narrated when she was about to have her first baby. The severe pain was so severe and so terrible that she asked to ask someone to give her, better to say, she's a nurse. So they gave her that Coltrane and they injected her and she feel fine, she feel good. And she was able to, she had the baby, conveniently. But unfortunately, she got hooked to that metatoxin, that injectable, drug, to the extent that she can use 18. This injection bottle. She can use 18 in a day. And that's what we call tolerance. She can use 18 of that ampoules of that pentatoxin in a day, or to the extent that she used to inject herself on her lap so that people will not see, the traces. To the extent that she couldn't even walk properly anymore. And anytime she presses because of abscess, that she presses the pus will come out, clean you bring out the cortical from her bag, she will use to clean it and put inside the nylon bag. To the extent that she couldn't even do all the necessary things she's supposed to be doing, especially when it comes to, what daddy and mommy used to do in the bedroom. And the husband started keeping complaining, why are you doing this to yourself? I can't be making love with you. Let me even talk like adults now. Let's talk adult talk. I can't be making love with you looking at all this. I can't. So the man started having some friends outside, and the lady is complaining that you can't go out. And despite the fact that they are spending a lot of money looking for help, she's still having it. And that's the reason why we define addiction. We said addiction can be defined as chronic, relapsing brain disease that is characterized by compulsory drug seeking and use, despite harmful consequences. That's why the fact that she knows that her husband is looking for another lady outside, and she's also can't even walk properly. She's still injecting herself. There was a time they took her to one remote area in Ogun State to go and look for treatment. I went there to look after her, to check on her. And I said, Madam, now that you are here, I hope you are not using. She looked right and left. I'm still using though. So how do you have access to it? He said, once I give the oddly 1,500 naira, he will get it for me. And that's addiction. Compulsive use of substances can become a problem. In fact, when we talk about substance SUD, substance use disorder, can be defined also as a problematic pattern of substance use leading to clinically significant impairment for this person. So if you look at that definition and what's happening to this lady now, it can't even do anything apart from talking and using all those psychotic substances. Mental disorder can be manifest. What are the symptoms? If you are in your neighborhood, in your place of work, how do you identify that this person might be likely to be having mental disorders? 15 more minutes. Okay. Mental disorder can manifest in various ways in which and why each disorder has its own significant symptoms. Okay, what are the symptoms? Change in mood. Change in mood, that's persistent feeling of sadness. You see the person, feeling sad all the time, might be one of the signs that the person might be having mental disorder. Then withdraw from social activities. While others are here in Rotary, you see him or her at home doing nothing. Doesn't want to relate with anybody. Then excessive worry. We have loss of interest in doing things that he enjoys to do. All these are also now lacking from what he likes to do. Then feeling of hopelessness, worthlessness, as if life is collapsing, as if the world is going to collapse on him or her alone. Okay, these are some of those areas we can also look into. Then check in perception. You'll be hearing voices and you're believing that you are seeing some imaginary things that other people are not seeing. These are some of the signs that this person might be having, mental disorder. Substance use disorders, which I've mentioned, can trigger mental disorder. When someone is started using substances, you feel good, the euphoric feeling is there, you feel high, you feel, in fact, the euphoric feelings they are getting is 10 times when a lady reaches orgasm. And because of that, once the brain attached to that, there's a part of the brain we refer to as reward circuit, all right, or limbic system. Once the brain registers that substance, the brain keep on looking for how to satisfy that substance. Until when it pushes into survival mode, to the extent that they will not be able to do anything except they take that substance. All right, so let's just move on to look at common mental disorders that we have. Anxiety disorders. It's normal for us to be anxious. It's good for us to be anxious. If you want to do any better thing in life, that's it for you to be anxious. You want to, celebrate your birthday, okay? You should be anxious because you want things to get done properly. Then, but when it become disorder, is something that can also be one of the causes of or mental disorder. We also have bipolar disorders. Bipolar disorder is also one of those mental disorders that we have around. Just like you see someone in the morning, they feel so depressed when the children wants to go to school, who care for them, feel so depressed. But in the evening, you see the person very active, just like when you say bipolar, between this pole and this pole. In the morning, you see the person not be able to do anything. In the evening, you see him or her very active. That might be a sign of mental disorders. Then dementia. At times, some people put their glasses on. They put their glasses on and they'll be looking for their glasses. Where's my glasses? Where's my glasses? I'm looking for my glasses. Or car key. So it might be a result of dementia. Then schizophrenia, which is also important, which is also common, among people that might also be having the problem. They also have clinical depression. They have post-traumatic stress disorders. These are some of the examples of mental disorders that we have that is common in our community. Then why is it that mental health is also important? One, there's a strong connection between mental and physical health. So if you have poor mental health, it can also lead to what? Physical, health issues. Then productivity. If the brain is not sound, it's going to affect your productivity and you might not be able to work fruitfully at the same time. Coupled with challenges of life. Strong mental health equips individuals with the tools they need to cope with adversity. Life is full of ups and downs, different kind of issues. But ability to cope with those challenges is key and important. How do you treat mental people who have mental disorders? There are three areas which we can also use. We can also use biopsychosocial model to treat people having mental disorders. The first one is through using maths. We're talking about maths, I'm talking about medication-assisted therapy or pharmacotherapy. We can use all this to treat people having, mental disorders. Apart from that, we also use talking therapy, which we also refer to as psychotherapy. And all these are areas to help to reshape things. Then support groups like Alatin, Alator, NA, AACA, NA. All these groups are outside the country. We don't even have here in Nigeria. Now, I want you to look at this picture. What's the similarity between these two pictures? What similarity?
The shape.
The shape. Man, what's the similarity between these?
Looks, there's a baby in the uterus, and it's just like what they are.
Okay, so people believe that it's a shape. But let me tell you, the similarity between these two objects or picture is their central processing units, their CPU. Central processing unit, in the sense that that baby is inside the womb. When its sperm joins with the egg, the baby forms. Gradually after 9 months, we have the baby. So they won't process the baby, isn't it? Then the hair, please come, sir. Please stand, sir. Now, I want to watch the countenance, watch his face. Sir, you are a handsome man. know you have a soft man. Before you leave this place today, someone is going to give you 2 million. Okay, you know that you are a good husband. So you can see the countenance. Why is he smiling? What he's hearing is pleasant to the mind. And the mind is not processing that what this man is saying is pleasant. So, yes, this person is my friend. Let's look at his countenance again. Okay, I don't like what you do. What happened now? What's wrong with you? Why are you behaving like this? Okay, that's fine now. All right, thank you very much, sir. Whatever we have, whatever we hear from people saying, it can also change our behavior. Can also determine the way we react to people. When people insult you, and you still just look at it and say, it doesn't matter now. She just insults me. And there's no big deal because I can still continue what I'm doing. As far as what I'm doing is right. But when people abuse you and want to abuse back, then something is wrong with you. So what we just have to do is that the next slide down says that the event what happened to you is not equal to feelings and behavior, but our thoughts and interpretation of that event is equal to what? Our feelings and our behavior. So if you want to live a mental well, if you want to live a good, you want to have a good mental health, try as much as possible to adopt this kind of lifestyle. Because we can't be perfect. And that's the truth. How do we nurture our mental health? Avoid unnecessary stress. That's number one. Number two, learn to say no. If they say, oh, we are going to, I'm doing my birthday now and you have to buy Ashwebi for 500,000 and your salary is 100,000, just tell them, so sorry, I can't be able to afford it. So say no, then know your limits and stick to them. Don't take more than what you can handle. At the same time, cut down your to-do list if you plan too much. For executive officers, you have a lot of things you want to do. You can, cut down some things and do all those things the next day. Express your feeling in an open and respectful way instead of bottling them down, especially women. Okay? Try and express yourself. Don't bottle things down. Okay? Then adjust your standard. Stop setting yourself up for a failure by demanding perfectionism. Oh, I want to be perfect. I want to do everything right. Nobody is perfect. It's only God that is perfect. So just do your bit and let God take the rest. Focus on the positive. When stress is getting you down, count the things you appreciate in your life and thank God for it. Accept the things you cannot change. You cannot change the behavior of other people. You can't change the behavior of other people. So just manage people and continue with your life. Learn to love. Let go of anger and resentment. Free yourself by forgiving and moving on. What we have to do, which is also important, that can also help our mental health, our diet. What you eat. You are what you eat. And what are we saying? We have to take, plant-based food more than when we are having all this animal-based food. Eat more of plants, vegetables. It's really, really helping. Then avoidance of sugar and salt. Learn to close your mouth. Some people cannot do without taking mineral. Coke, Fanta, all those things are not really, really right for the system. Balanced diet in terms of carbohydrates, protein, and fat acids. They are also good for the body. Then plenty of fruits, vegetables, and nuts. They are also good. They can also help to increase mental well-being. Sleep is very important. Sleep has terms and conditions which people don't meet. Sleeping environment is key and important. Is your room dark when you at night, or you always put the light? All right. So what kind of condition should be our room at night? It should be dark. All right. Then do you have music, television in your room? Some people have television, a very big screen in their room. You don't need it in your room. Okay. Have you turned your bedroom into a living room? Then only two things happen in the bedroom. There are two things that happen in the bedroom. The first one is what? And sleep and what? So there are two things you should allow in your room. Sleep and then sleep with the 3 pillows. Arrange according to the temperature of your body is also key and important. Exercise is also key. There's need for us to develop, to have to exercise ourselves is also key and important. Then, why do we need to exercise ourselves? It increases mental alertness, brain, then it improves blood circulation, it aids digestions and other things that we have in here because of time. Then let's try and socialize. All right, let's go and interact with people. When people are laughing, let's laugh with them. When people are crying, let's also, be with them. Then let's express ourselves. Then communicate with nature. If it's possible, just take away all this Lagos wahala and just go to a village. Just go and enjoy yourself with the nature. It's also key and important. Don't socialize only on social media. All right, don't socialize only on social media. Then, what are the roles of Rotary and friends in mental health? Emotional support, there's need for us to support one another. That is why we have districts, we have governors, we have all the officials. Let's look after one another in our districts. That can also help our mental well-being. Then, encourage and motivation. Close relationship can inspire individuals to pursue therapy. If you notice that someone is need help, you can come together and assist that person. The social interaction, maintain social connections through family and friends. They can combat loneliness. Loneliness can also become one of the factors that can trigger mental disorders. In summary, can we all quickly read together, please? What are the things you're supposed to do? Lead the day as it comes. Delegate duties, job. Then be financially wise. Cut your clothes according to the size of your clothes. Then stop comparing yourself with others. Again, the best is always great. The next, look inward and be grateful. The next, take less of what. Next, and always thank God for whatever you do. In conclusion, we can see that when we understand and we nurture our mental well-being, we can see that we are going to live a fulfilled life. So being aware of our feelings and thoughts, seeking support from families and friends, and engaging in healthy living are all important or vital steps in promoting mental well-being. By the time we give priority to our mental health, we empower ourselves to face life challenges with confidence and we also cultivate more positive and enriching life experience. Remember, nurturing our mental health is an ongoing journey and every step or every small step counts. Be grateful to God in all circumstances and God will continue to bless all of us in Jesus' name.
I thought we would stand up with an ovation to appreciate our guest who has just poured out so much to us here. It's really been a very insightful one. Too much to learn, too much to learn. All is well, I thought I was very well. It was a call to me, no well. No. If what I heard today is what it is, then I think I am work in progress and no well. Please, if you are really interested in me being a senior at that event, I know. Thank you.
I'm sure I know the reason why you are not well. There's only one word there. I hope it's not financial. Well, my dear fellow Rotarians, please have your seat. We have one more topic to be presented by Past Assistant Governor Ehib Brahima. They will soon be here. But before then, I know we've had 3 topics. One on membership, the second one on Rotary Foundation, and this wonderful one on mental health. Yes, so we're going to take question and answer very soon. But before then, let me invite our district governor to appreciate our distinguished facilitator. I'm not used to listening, but at the stage I had to drop my phone, and I was so attentive and so pertinent, patiently listening. Thank you so much, sir. God bless you.
Well, let us give it to Dr. Peter Adeboyan once again. It's not easy to be well in Nigeria today. It's not easy. whether somebody tells you, you know when, your head no correct, just accept and move on. Accept and move on. If they tell you that, wow, all right, just tell them it is okay. Move on. So, on this note, I want to appreciate Dr. Peter Adebuniyan for a well-presented mental health discuss to us this afternoon. If we enjoyed him, I think that if our hands are not too busy again, we should be able to applaud him. This award of appreciation is given to Dr. Peter Adebuniyan. This, I'm reading what they wrote for me. I'm well. so I'm confident standing beside him. So, who has graciously taken us on a well-researched topic, understanding and nurturing your mental well-being. And this is in recognition of your contribution and support to humanitarian service that led to the success of the Multi-Club Learning Seminar 2025-2026. And the award has been duly signed by me as the district governor and by the coordinator of the Multi-Club Learning Seminar 2025-2026, past Assistant Governor Sunday Oguntade. It is my honor and privilege to present this to you. Thank you very much. We have benefited immensely from your experience, from your expertise, and your wealth of knowledge. And I'm sure that our members will imbibe every bit of what you have taken up through. Please, look at his conclusion again. All of us. What did he say? What did he tell us? So we are grateful to God and we thank God that He has brought you to us to educate us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. A word of appreciation being presented to our guest speaker, Dr. Peter, for very insightful presentation here at the District Zonal Learning Seminar, Multi-Club Zonal Learning Seminar. Thank you very much. So quickly, if you have questions, we still have two of our facilitators here.
Please let me request Dr. Peter Adebuniyan once again, please join us here. Let me invite the district learning facilitator. Please join us here, sir. Let me also invite the chairman of the district membership committee. Please join us here. And the district governor nominee, please join us here. They are our joiners. So, please come here. And the man says, Amen. Mental health is very important, isn't it? So, today we are adding in to us as one of us to join us in serving humanity passionately, diligently, and without counting cost or profits. I will just hold on. Don't be anxious because of your mental health. But if E and O are not part of the words in the name of your club, it will not be mentally available for you. So, I will yield the microphone to the membership chair of our district to do justice to this aspect of the program. He wants to remove it. We are mentally alert for you here today. So please, my PDG, have this, conduct this aspect of the program.
Well, thank you, my DG. When the DG came to me to inform me that I'll be doing this today, I said, well, I'll wait till the man delivers his lecture or till he finishes his presentation. But after he spoke, I realized we need more people like this in our midst. Remember, we are talking about the AI. It's been our solution that I've been using and overusing for this topic. Now we now have somebody to be with solution. So we have, I think we are having more mental health experts. Because mental health is really very important. Remember 2 years ago, the RI president made it a major issue. Mental health was a major issue for that year due to personal experiences he has had in his life. So it's good for us to have people like this here and for him to have come without collecting a couple to deliver this to us. That means he's a person who's ready to give of himself. And I've also interacted with him for a few minutes since we've been together, and I think he's a man who should be among us. So I therefore agreed with the district governor. Normally I'm one of those who is a bit hesitant, but he said the man said he would like to be a part of us. So that's one. The man has shown that he has all the things we need to him to serve in our midst. So that's true. So now, Dr. Adeni Bunyon, I'm trying to pronounce the way you taught me. Not the way my DG taught. You see, my mental illness is very, very good. I even put the accent. Adeni Bunyon. Remimi Dodo. Remimi Dodo. He taught me. Adeni Bunyon. So, Dr. Adeni Bunyon, the day has come when you are going to be one of us. Now, as you heard me say, this pin confers so much on anybody who wears it. When people see this pin on you, they look at you as a very responsible person. The person can be trusted, the person is reliable, who is a servant of humanity. I would therefore represent those 1.4 million others all over the world. And so when you wear this pin, which you are going to put on you now, to change your name from Mr. to Rotarian, it's a great moment. And really we'll have loved your family members to come with you. God will have, well, don't worry, the next time I'm going to God will give you, please take them along. So it's my pleasure tonight on order of my DG, who is the big guy here, to invite you to one of us. By putting this pin on you, like I said, it opens doors of opportunity. Great doors of opportunities. People will see it and without, they will look at, oh, it's a Rotarian, okay? And that's all they need to know about you. And so we pray that when you wear it, please wear it with courage. And wear it that you are there to serve humanity in everything. Rotarian, again, on the other of my duty is going to be a member of Surulere South.
Yes. Please, where are the members of the Rotary Club of Surulere South? Let me introduce your newest member to you. Are they here? If you are not here, I will give you to another club. Come, if you are from Surulere South. The man has indicated his interest, and we cannot disregard his interest. He wants a club that meets at the time that club meets, and I just have. Wait a minute. I've always said it. Women are more than men in my club. I went to the club, inducted 5 Rotarians, all of them were women in my own club, and you can see today. We don't want any person to visit our club. So you can see the charming members that are here. We have PhD in law. Let me introduce them to you. She's a past assistant governor and a zonal coordinator. This is Sidikat. This is Titi Lola. This is Caroline. This is Nero, and this is Godia. I'm a man. I'm of that club. Don't mind them. I'm also a member of that club. We are in trouble today. The two others are also women. They are members of my club. And this is our local president. Oh my God. That is Aditola. Don't worry. A Rotarian is a Rotarian, whether man or woman. We are all Rotarians. All right. Remember, from what I understood today from the guest speaker, when your life gets some part, you don't get some part, you are not. When the club has plenty women and fewer men is the club here, the ditch is here. Don't say I asked you. All right, so please get your questions ready on areas, particularly membership. And of course, the mental health that we've discussed. Thank you. Please, before so, please, may I request the president and members of the Rotary Club of Ikeja Township to please be upstanding and join us here. They told us a few moments ago that they full grand. I want to see how full they are and how grounded they are. At least you can say from the Rotary Club of Surulere South that they full grand. So please let's welcome them. That's the latest addition to District 912. This club was chartered on the 9th of October 2025, just last Wednesday, if I'm correct, last Wednesday. So please, let's welcome them. And they are ably led by our charter president. So for us as fellow Rotarians, when we bring in new members, we should know ourselves, not only by name, but putting faces. So I want to request the DGM, please join us here, please. And DRR, because membership consists of Rotarians and Rotaractors. So it's not only about Rotarians. Why is it one-sided? Don't be like Surulere South where there are more women than men. So I want to request PDD Ogunbadejo to welcome them into the organization. He's the chairman of the membership committee of District 9112.
Thanks so much, my DG, once again. Well, I met them first at the membership seminar in Djibouti. When they came in their own talk, we full ground. And so that's what they are now. That's the duplicate full ground. Okay, you guys can show the full ground, eh? Okay, so what they say we full ground. Okay. So we now know that one. So really, on behalf of the BG, I want to congratulate and welcome you all to the fold. But remember, it's the beginning. And I could help you say, whenever you wear that pin, you know what it is. Wear your pins. You can't wear a pin, what happens? No, it was wear a pin all the time. You are not. Oh. Only that, okay. Okay, your side is done. Okay, so okay. So whenever you wear that pin, remember what it says, just like I told Doctor. It says I'm reliable, I'm responsible, I'm the servant of the people, I have integrity at the core of whatever I do. So that whatever you do, remember that. And then the four-way test, remember. They will judge you by the four-way test, wherever you are. So I really wish you all the strength, and I wish you all the very best. We'll be with you. Please, any challenge, please call on us. Don't be shy at all. For any new club that be challenges, we're all coming together for the first time. So you step on each other's toes. Whatever you do, please understand. Don't fight. There's nothing to fight about. You're here to serve. We don't have to just take it and move on. You were told the mental health thing. Whatever you can't change any human being, okay? You just need to know how to cope with each other. So I really wish you all the very best. Are you sir? Are you sir? Madam? You seem to be the boldest of them. Thank you.
Thank you. So we also need to give some pep talk from our district learning facilitator.
Cool. Thank you, my district governor, my dear fellow Rotarians and fellow Rotarians of Rotary Club of Ikeja Township. We welcome you on behalf of the governor and all of us. We welcome you to our fold, and as have been mentioned by Chair of District Membership Committee, you are wearing a pin which says you are very, very reliable man and woman of integrity, and you are ready to serve. I also want to enjoin you to develop that rapport and intimacy in terms of service and fellowship, especially at these early days and early weeks of your membership of Rotary International. Of course, there will be challenges. What is important is that you look through the challenges and prefer solutions. There is a Rotary song that says, when something is wrong, let us straighten it out. Don't carry whatever disagreement out of your club. Discuss with it, and if necessary, you have your assistant governor, you have the regional coordinator, and you have the district governor, and even so many other district leaders that can help you intervene and advise you accordingly. I also want to encourage you to visit the Rotary.org, the Rotary website. You have more than enough information that you need and that assist you to be a good Rotarian. Go to a learning center, you get them there. And more importantly, do not fail to attend fellowship, and do not fail to pay your dues as at when due. With all this done, I can assure you, you have a very good experience joining the organization of people that for the information of all of us, I think you meet on Thursdays, 6:30 for 7, 5:30 for 6. You meet somewhere around Miron. So all of you and all of us that live around that axis, you can share fellowship with them. Please feel free to invite as many Rotarians as possible to come and share fellowship with you and be able to give you even more information. Thank you. God bless you all as you serve humanity.
Thank you. So let us, with an applause, formally welcome them into Rotary District 9112. Thank you all. Thank you very much. Rotary Club of Ikeja Township. Something tells me that this club will be one of the most enviable clubs in the district. I like the energy with which they've started out, and they're keeping the tempo. Thank you very much. So we're moving very quickly to questions. So we've listened to 3 guest speakers. You want to have questions, things that you want to get very clearly about the presentation on membership, and then for the mental health and Rotary Foundation, because even if the guest speaker is not here, there are resource persons that can give answers to your question. So just raise your hands up, I'll take numbers and we'll work with those numbers. If you have questions, please raise your hands up. I know, just raise your hands up. Everyone that has questions, we're counting now. Are we good? Thank you. So, your question is 1, yours is 2, 3, and of course, 4. 4, any 5? 5, okay. All right, so let's take your questions straight to the point. You get answers immediately, and we'll move to the next. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My question is with respect to Rotary Foundation, Global Grant precisely. So what I want to ask is, so if a club wants to put in for a global grant project, what percentage of the total budget is the initiating club expected to contribute before going ahead to seek an international partner?
All right. The question is the amount a club should contribute to partake in a global grant. Number 2 question. Let's have it.
Okay, so my question is also on Rotary Foundation. Now, what we understand is every $1 contributed by Rotarian into the Rotary Foundation is marked by $2 by Bill Gates and Belinda Foundation, right? Yeah. But when PDG Akredolu was talking the other time, he was talking about scale grant that it starts from $1 million and that it can be matched with $3 million by Belinda and Bill Gates Foundation. So I want clarity on, is Bill Gates Foundation matching grant sponsored projects or the contribution into the Rotary Foundation?
Thank you very much. The question bothers around where the Bill Gates Foundation's matching support comes from. We'll get answers for that in a bit as we recognize the presence of our next guest speaker, the chairman of the district committee for SAA, our very own AG Ibrahim. Thank you very much for coming. And I understand that the chairman for a while now from this Rotary past assistant Dr. Tayo Adelaja is in the building. Thank you very much. And of course, our very own PAG, Larry Kazim, all from the prestigious Rotary Club of Bagada. Thank you very much for joining us. God bless your Bisbee district. Thank you very much. So we're moving to the next. Somebody raise their hands up somewhere here. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. My question is for Dr. Peter Adeniwuyo. How can we differentiate between normal stress and a mental health condition that requires professional help? Then the second one, what are the biggest misconceptions people have about mental health?
All right, take it, sir. My PDG? Yeah. Good? All right, sir. So we will have another one from here. Let's have your questions, sir.
Thank you very much. I just want to ask if we'll be opportune to have the slides after this meeting. Can we have the document after this meeting? Thank you.
All right, you will have the slides. That's verbally assured.
All right. My question is, what role do you think social media plays in affecting our mental well-being? Now, the second question is, can Rotary create a supportive environment for people to discuss their mental health openly?
Thank you very much. Take him as well. We have, okay. My PG, the last question is written here with me. So I'll quickly take it down. Tim says, and it's directed towards the mental health talk. Now, this question says, many women naturally experience mood swings, fatigue, anxiety in their 40s and 50s, all similar to symptoms experienced in perimenopausal. How can one tell if these symptoms are due to perimenopausal or an underlying mental health issue? So those are the questions, and answers will come right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The first question is on global grant. What percentage is the club expected to put down? You are talking of the global grant funding. The minimum, let me explain, the minimum budget for a global grant is $30,000 US. So that's where you are going. Your club can contribute as low as $500 and you will get to $30,000. Where is Tolu? He's not listening. Your club can contribute as little as $500 and get to $30,000. How you do it is this. Listen. When you are going to $30,000, you need your club, who is the primary contact, and you need your district, which is District 9112. Then you now need clubs and or districts outside Nigeria, not the other clubs district in Nigeria. So if you give $500 and the district 9112 gives you 5,000, so that's 7,000. Note it. If you now go to as close as Republic of Benin, it's outside Nigeria, a club gives you 5. How much is that? 5,000. I'm talking of dollars, $5,000. So that's 12. Then another district, the district of the club gives you another 5. That's it's not yet 20. That's 17. So the contribution from your club, which is 5,000, Rotary Foundation will not match it because it's regarded as cash. But the contribution of District 9112, which is $5,000, will be matched 80% by Rotary Foundation. So 80% of 5 is 4. So be adding it. That will be 21. The same $5,000 of the club in Benin Republic will not be matched. Its contribution, but the one for the district will also be matched. So that's another 4,000, which is 25,000. So you need $5,000 more. So what we now do is either you come back to your club and raise more funds, or beg that club there to increase their own, or come back to your district to give you additional money. So if your club gives you maybe additional 4,000, for instance, and they'll match it with 2,000. What's the 8% of 0.8 of 4 is about 8 times 4. That's 3,002. You have got into that. Come for Rotary Foundation seminar, you will know that. Yes. Then the Bill and Melinda Gates matching. It is this. Please listen. For each $1 that you contribute through Rotary into the polio fund, each $1 contributed to the polio fund, you know, it gave you four headings: annual program fund, which is annual, endowment fund, polio fund, and disaster relief fund. For each $1 that goes to the polio fund, Bill and Melinda Gates will match it 2. So if you give 1, we add 2. You understand? What he was saying about the not-scale grant is talking of program of scale. It's a program that Rotary Foundation will fund 100% up to the tune of $2 million. And how it works is this. It is not done by a club. It is done by a district or group of districts, and it must have a geographical spread. For instance, it could be all over Nigeria or most part of Nigeria. And it has been done in Zambia. It's been done in Nigeria. There's one in Nigeria that has to do with maternal and child care, being coordinated by Lufadeju. So there is a difference between that and Bill and Melinda Gates. What Bill and Melinda Gates does with that? What Bill and Melinda Gates does with that is outright support. In fact, the one in Zambia, when Rotary Foundation awarded $2 million for them for malaria eradication in Zambia, UNICEF and USAID also gave additional $2 million. It's a direct grant for that. It doesn't necessarily have to do with Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. As for the slides, yes, you get the slides and to be sent to the platform of current Unite for Good presidents. So they will share it with you. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. The DG, distinguished members of Rotary, and my fellow Rotarian. Thank you very much, my fellow Rotarian. I want to say that I'm so happy, and I'm promising you I'm going to wear this lapel with pride all over. There are some questions that have been asked to answer just for clarification. Somebody asked about normal stress and anxiety disorders. Normally, stress is part of life. The only person that can say I don't have stress is dead person, dead man or woman. Even that person becomes stressed to other people to bury him or her, you know. So our life, the way our life is being structured, is full of stress right from birth till death. So there's no how we can say, oh, I don't have stress. Every day of our life is full of different kind of challenges. At home, at work, even if you are even driving, there are lots of issues. Even our environment where we stay. Should we talk about pollution? Should we talk about banditry? Should we talk about natural disasters? So many things in life that's happening to people that may affect their mental well-being. So when we talk about normal stresses of life, those are the challenges of life which we cannot do without. But it now depends on our ability to cope with those stressors so that it won't now lead to disorders. For instance, now, if our DG now is planning respect day, you'll be thinking of how to use, how many people are coming, what kind of food is he going to serve, what kind of clothes is he going to wear, is he agbada or suit? All those are normal stresses of life. So what he's going to do, what he's about to do is something happy, you know, something that's very good, people want to rejoice with him. That's a stress. But when it now comes to issue of, oh, how will I do it? Oh, am I the only person? Oh, hey, this thing is coming. Oh, how do I go about this? It's become a disorder. So what are the symptoms that someone can notice that this person is having anxiety disorders, or it has become from being anxious and become disorder? You see the person being irritable. Any little thing, leave it. And one of those things is that you will always notice displacement of aggression. The person, instead of him to fight the person that causes the problem, who would transfer the aggression to another person. I don't know if you have heard of a lady, a grown-up woman, fighting a 5-year-old girl as if the person is a mate, real abusing, shouting, and so these are some of the signs that can show that this person is having mental disorders. When we're talking about social media is also one of those problems we are having now. We have different types of help, different kinds of things that people can do, you know, on internet. There are so many places people can go, especially at the youth. They have different types of app. There was a guy, there was a boy, he went to school. Permit me to say some things, please. This guy went to school with his phone, and he was watching something. And the teacher now noticed that, what is this? They now sees the phone. They now look at what he's watching. Now say, hey, this is what you are watching. Okay, we want to see your parents. So the parent now say, hey, why would they seize my child's phone? Why did they seize my child's phone? Hey, what happened? Then I told the mother, Madam, calm down. No, where's the phone? Madam, calm down. At the end of the day, then I told the woman, said, see, your son is watching you and your husband when you are making love. And they were saying among themselves that we want to hear your mommy's ringtone. So while the mommy and the daddy is having fun, they set up a camera in the room, capturing the daddy and mommy, and he's showing his friend in school. And that kind of things can be, put on the media. for people to see. So when I talk about media, it has become a social problem to some homes. As parents, what should we take home from here? Let's see how best we can get closer to our children. So I know what kind of website they are visiting and be able to correct them. So social media is also one of those areas that can also contribute to mental disorder because they want to emulate what other people are doing outside the country. They want to replicate all those things, and all those things are not healthy. As Rotarian, what kind of program will you suggest we put up for to engage and assist? This is a brilliant question, and I want to thank this person for asking this question. There's a organization, it's international organization, International Society for Substance Use Professionals, which I'm also a member. And last week Thursday, I was inducted inside this room. Last week Thursday, as a zonal coordinator for Southwest to control all this Oyo, Ondo, Ogun, Osun, Ekiti, and Lagos states, to talk about substance use among the youth in our universities. And that's one of those areas that I started this diploma in addiction science with Trinity University. Trinity University is also one of the private universities we have very close to Queen's College. So I approached the VC and I said, there's need for us to start telling people, teaching people, let people also take it as a course, which I also did. I wrote so many exams, in addiction sciences and whatever. So instead of traveling out of the country to write the exam, why don't we have it here in Nigeria so that people can have access? And they bought the idea, and the course is running now at Trinity University. What we are saying in essence is that if Rotary, the way you have pulled your energy on polio, can we replicate the same way in mental health and addiction? Lots of our youth now are into drugs. See them running inside the gutters because as a result of effects of these substances they have ingested into their system. If Rotary can come, actually I was even trying to interact with PGD J. Akiridolu before he. That what can we do in the mental health of our people in our community? We can even start with all these Lagos State or Ondo, Ibadan, all these places. We can go a long way to also help. So the Rotary can come up in area of addictions and see the best way you can help people. Young man who get into drug addiction, which affect their mental health, and looking for rehabilitation center. There are so many rehabilitation centers we have. We have government owned, we have private owned, we also have states. But what we are saying in essence is that all this facility, at times they don't have space. They don't have enough space to accommodate all these people having mental disorders. At times when they come around, we say, sorry, there's no space. But if Rotary can come and see the best way you can also do, probably you just build a kind of a place inside Yaba Psychiatry or a private whatever of your own, and see how you can also invest and make more money while you're also helping people. Can also be a way of investing. Talking about elderly citizens who retire from active service and feel isolated and end up with depression. Yes, let's start preparing for our old age. By the grace of God, all of us will get to that level that all our children will go away. They will go, the one that will get married, they will go to their husband's house. Some are outside the country. So how do we help ourselves, to plan for old age? So I think there's a lot of things we can do. In olden days in the village, you can move from one house to another place. But here in Lagos, everywhere is being caged. You see a kind of different kind of cage. Put ourselves inside cage. Nobody should go out. So if you can also associate with other people, that can also help us. Then talking about menopause and mood swing. Yes, we have what we call mood disorders. And mood disorders, we have different types of illnesses under mood disorders. We have depression, clinical depression. We have PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorders. At times when you see someone, what are the symptoms? When you see someone being irritable, okay, it might also be one of those area that we can also say that the person might likely to have some symptoms or some disorders, which might likely be mild at times might be moderate, and if it's severe, then there might be also need for the person to be well treated. I don't think there's any other one. Thank you, sir. All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was a beautiful one. And yes, the last question here says, is it within the scope of Rotary Club mission to establish local support groups for drug abuses given the current public health crisis, particularly amongst youth? The answer is capital yes. It is within the scope of your club to create such. As long as you're adding value and your activities are within the scope of the areas of focus, that is good. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's been very insightful, especially the part where we listen to a man who used to be Dr. Peter in the past, who is now being addressed as Rotarian Dr. Peter. More, I think his presentation is more of an expose, opening our eyes to so many things we probably took for granted. That has come and gone. Please look this way to the screen. Some persons have called me, some even got very angry and have threatened to defriend me because I didn't come to them to make contributions during the SAA for some donation. My apologies. You want to partake? The accounts are on the screen. You made pledges earlier. The accounts on the screen. But please send the proof of payment to me for accountability purposes with the district. The idea is just for us to create a small pause and support what happens in the district through our committee, the district SAA committee, which I humbly chair. So whatever you do is more like support to what we're doing, and we appreciate you all. Thank you. We'll move to our next facilitator, one of the most important parts that I've been waiting for, and to tell us or to give us that presentation on the topic, telling the Rotary story correctly. There is no better person anywhere in District 9112 to deliver this topic and do justice to it. Ladies and gentlemen, permit me to bring on stage our very own past Assistant Governor, Ehi Brahimo, a public relations specialist, marketing strategist, writer, media entrepreneur, and public affairs commentator, chairman, chief executive of Neo Media and Marketing, a public relations marketing and event management agency. He is the publisher and editor-in-chief of New Times and Lagos Post, amongst several other online media outlets, served as president of Rotary Club of Lagos, in addition to leadership roles in the district. Currently, he is our very own chair for the Rotary District 9112 Public Image Committee, and interestingly, the Assistant Rotary Public Image Coordinator for African Zone 22, Region 27, where he serves as the editor of the regional magazine. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker, our very own past Assistant Governor, Ehi Brahimo.
You don't want to clap? Oh yeah, is it because of the weather? Anyway, my district governor, all our PDGs, fellow Rotarians, it's a great pleasure to be here again. What about the slides? So, we're talking about public image. Public image, just like foundation and membership, is a critical pillar, all right, holding Rotary as a global brand. Before we get started, what is public image? Who can tell me what public image is? Simple sentence. Public image. You can use AI if you want to Google it. But just know public image. Let's hear from one or two persons first. Are you ready for me? This is now learning though. We are not training, I'm not a teacher. So it is interactive. I learn, you learn from me. Abi? What is public image? You can help us. Check your phone now.
Public image to me is perception. Okay. Okay, my name is Professor Anola Lipita's immediate past president of the Club of Lagos Mainland. So to me, public image is a perception it's an impression of how maybe the outside sees what you do or what your organization does.
Fantastic. Please clap for him. Is the perception. The people who are not Rotarians, how they see us, the work that we do, and the impact that we make. That is the public image that they have. So it's how they see us. Those people who are not what? Rotarians. How they see Rotarians, how they perceive, how they understand the work that we do, and the impact that we make in different communities. Now, we're talking about storytelling today. Tell the Rotary story correctly. Now, let me say that you can also say the public image is about the brand and reputation of Rotary as an organization. All right? How we communicate our activities, the things that we do. That communication, what should you result in? When we do storytelling, it should raise what? Awareness. It should attract what? Who can complete that? New members. And what more? It should give us partners, sponsors, those who can support our project. So if you are winking in the dark, with the next person standing next to you, know you are winking. So how will the person now know you are winking? What do you need to do? You put on the light. That is the public image. You shine the light. It's as simple as that. So you must tell your story. That is what the light you are putting on, right? So the world will know. So when you put on the light, if I'm winking, everybody around me will know I'm winking. Okay? Next slide. Well, that one has been read. That's about me. Next. Now, a lot of clubs, they have a problem with our district signature or even their club signature. You know, Rotary International, they have the master brand signature. That is normal Rotary logo. Yeah? But when you now apply it across zone, districts and clubs, or clubs coming together, or districts coming together to collaborate, that district now 1-2 will be changing. If it is zone 22, it will change to zone 22. But our concern is not our zone or club. This is a district event. So that's why we have this 9-1 today. If it's a club, it will now be Rotary. When you have this 9-1 to Rotary Club of. Okay, do you understand? And this you can get from the brand center. Not just copy and paste from anywhere else. To get it correctly, you go to the brand center. And I encourage everybody to go to the learning center. That is the University of Rotary. You can train yourself there. Don't wait for anybody. And don't say you don't have time. We have time for so many things. It depends on how we plan our calendar. So this is our district signature, and this is the correct use. Next slide. Presidential message. If you notice these days now, we no longer have what we call theme logo. Now that Rotary is evolving all the time. It's important as public image people. I want to believe that we have public images here. Please, let's take our seats. Please, 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 please. It is for your benefit. So we do this every year. Learning, facilitating sessions like this in Rotary is compulsory. It's continuous. Knowledge sharing is continuous. Why do we send our kids to school up to the university level? There's a reason for that. Why are we gathering today? There's also a reason. We need to share knowledge. So don't say you don't know. Unite for good is the presidential message, not the presidential theme anymore. Next slide. Well, people of action. You know, that is a global campaign slogan for Rotary International that was launched. All right? Basically to bring the Rotary brand to life. People of action. You're hearing about people of action. It's a global advertising campaign by Rotary International. And you must know who you are. When you are giving birth, when we give birth to children, what do? Huh? Why do we name these children? Why do you think it's important? Identity. That's the correct word. How often do you change your name from birth till you die? Very rare, except circumstances dictate that you change your name, do a name change. So an identity is very important. So we can know who you are. As Rotarians, who are we? We are people of action who create sustainable change. We work to generate projects that not only positively impact our world, but have the capacity to be maintained locally and serve continuing needs of communities. You know, in every communication, there's always community. Please, let's have our seats. Please, please, please. SAA. Everybody standing, 5,000. They will sit down now. Or I sit down, no 5,000. Sit down, just sit down, please. Can we have our seats? I said communities. All over the world, we have Rotary clubs planted everywhere in different districts, over 500 districts in 34 zones around the world. So many clubs in Nigeria. We have 6 districts in Nigeria. In the whole of Africa, we have about 20 districts. The more districts we create, the more we have more districts. In the world, we have over 520 districts, I think, more than 520, but over 500, all over the world, in 34 zones. Please, you need to know some of these basic facts. These are basic facts. Frequently asked questions. Why do we change club presidents every year, district governors every year? ROI president, they serve only one term. Who knows? Go and do the research. I will ask you at the end of this session. But let's make it quick. Today we are talking about storytelling. Consistent storytelling. Underline consistent, meaning we have to be doing it regularly. Helps us to build what? A positive image for Rotary as a brand. And when you build a positive image, it strengthens our People of Action campaign, the stories that we tell about what we do and the impact that we are making in different communities. It's as simple as that. Consistent story what? Telling. Next slide. Again, I always like to share this when I have sessions like this, knowing who we are. These are the core values of Rotary. Always remember that there are 5. That's the starting point. So if you miss one, you know, just always start by knowing there are 5. It's not cramming. It's a system. If I tell you now, I can recite about 30 WhatsApp numbers now. It's not cramming. It has become part of me. At least I must know my wife's number. Abi, I must know my children's number. Not so. Colleagues at work. Some Rotarians, and so on and so forth. So, service, fellowship, diversity, integrity, and leadership. Always remember that. If I check this slide now and ask, how many of us will get it? I move to the next slide, let me ask. What are the core values? Give me one.
Service.
Correct? Core values. The core values of Rotary. Integrity. 2. Service. Integrity. Membership. Integrity. See, I just displayed that slide. You are not paying attention. That's not good at all. Okay, give me one.
Leadership.
Leadership 3. 4.
Diversity.
Clap for yourselves. You're a great class. Great audience. Stories. And you know about storytelling, then how? What is storytelling and how? So it's how and what. Why? We are already answering the why. The why we have actually answered before we started. If you have to vote, why do we need to tell our stories? Not just telling the story. The stories have to be positive, not negative, so that they can build a great positive image, public image for Rotary. And if people are thinking well about Rotary, why do you think we have partners supporting Rotary? For example, the Gates Foundation. The Gates Foundation supporting Rotary. The number one program today of the Rotary Foundation is eradicating polio. You can imagine the work we have done in polio. If you can get a copy of the latest edition of Region 27 magazine, I edited that magazine for our region in Africa. Africa is a zone now, it's one of the 34 zones, and we have 3 regions. We belong to Region 27, and we have a monthly magazine, which we call Region 27 magazine. If you have not seen it, it's been shared in our platform. I'm happy to share it again. We have a lot of polio stories there, and the work we have done on polio. And the August edition, our PDP Funsho was on the cover. Again, we discussed polio. I interviewed him personally. Check the current edition, a lot of stories on polio. Why? Because October 24 is what? World Polio Day. We're in Abeokuta last week, a few days ago, for polio activity. Next. So what is storytelling? I told you the what and then the how. Everybody loves a good story. Storytelling is essential for conveying information, sharing information. Call it like gisting. You know we like to gist, right? It's still storytelling. So replace storytelling with what? Gisting. We gist a lot. True or false?
Very true, sir.
And we can talk about anything. But here we're talking about Rotary. We talk about our projects, the impact that we're making in different communities around the world. Projects in the 7 areas of focus. Club members can put money together. You can get district grants. You can get global grants to do projects. The projects that are meaningful. Before you do a project, you have to do what? A needs assessment. So don't give them what you think they need. Give them what they actually need. So we must tell our stories to engage and retain members, attract new members. Listen to that. It's very important. Appreciate our partners and donors and show a tremendous community impact. So that you can say that is the main reason we tell our stories. That is the why part. But storytelling is essential for us to convey information, share knowledge, let the world know what we are doing. Because I said you cannot do it in the dark. Put on the light. That light is telling our stories. And then you build a great public image. Next. So, we just explain this to document our experiences, to sell our ideas and concepts, promote and preserve our values, give different perspective to issues. So, that is the why. You have why, you have what, you have how. Okay. The question will be, how do we tell our stories? What platforms can we use to tell our stories? Go on. So different channels that we can use. You can use words, you can use video, you can use pictures, infographics, cartoons. These are different ways you can watch. Tell our stories. But we're in the digital age now. You know, there's a movement from traditional media to digital media. And all of us must embrace change. Look at WhatsApp. Many years ago, there was nothing like WhatsApp. There was no internet. But today, with the internet, you can book your ride. With the internet, you don't need to go to the bank. Do people still go to a bank, or you do your transactions on the phone or laptop, internet banking? Once you have a bank app, you don't need to go to the bank. You do everything on your phone. It wasn't like that 15, 20 years ago. All right? Please pay attention. The fact that we don't write exam does not mean you should not pay attention. It is for our own benefit. Next slide. So, elements of a good story. You must understand your audience. You must determine the correct channel. Your audience. So, who is your audience? Rotarians form part of that audience, as you will find out. So these are the 2 key things you need to know after determining the elements of a good story. Next slide. So these are the elements of a good story. It should be appealing, captivating, and compelling. Your story. You know, if you write a story, I don't know if I send stories to newspapers, but when you're having projects, you want publicity, you want coverage, you invite media people. If you don't know what to do, there are experts you can invite who are also Rotarians. They can help you. You say, I always ask this question, most clubs, which social media network do they use to promote their activities? Most clubs. Which one? Instagram. Why is everybody falling in love with Instagram?
My name is Rotary and Carol, people of Rotary Club of Ogada. Why I think they use Instagram is that Instagram catches we call it a target that is both official and unofficial, and it's a bit not too, yes, it's a social space, but it's a bit more respected than Facebook is a bit too wide. So Instagram is that place where you can meet people that are both in the official, younger, middle, and older generation. It cuts across.
So I know most clubs use Instagram. She has explained why. Which other platform do they use? Facebook. What about WhatsApp? WhatsApp is shortest and fastest way to also communicate. Am I correct? Every club has a WhatsApp group. Districts, we have WhatsApp group. Family members have WhatsApp group. It's because very soon, well, you didn't hear it from my mouth. WhatsApp is a very fast way, but Instagram, because of videos. Facebook, you know, the global name, their business name is now Meta. That is the, what you call it, group, the holding company, the parent company, Meta. They own WhatsApp. They own Facebook. They own Instagram. How many of us know that? So you can see why Mark Zuckerberg is very, very rich. Now, it must make sense. It should be informative and contain some lessons to take away. It should be authentic. It should have a call to action. Keep it simple. These are the reasons why an editor will want to publish your story. And we have some Rotarians who are experts, are writing very powerful press releases, press statements, that when an editor sees it, they will publish it. You invite Arise News, you invite TV stations to cover your event. They must make sense. You keep it simple. You should have a topic or storyline that is relevant. October 24 now, we have World Polio Day. As I said, look at the current edition of the Region 27 magazine. There are a lot of stories there. If you have not seen it, if you have not seen this edition, put up your hand, let me see. Region 27 magazine. Let's see those who don't have it, so that we know how to send it to you. But okay, I'll post it again on the district platform. Are you all on that platform? So how will they get it? Okay, we'll talk about that. You should all be able to see the magazine and every other thing that we are doing in Rotary. Next slide. Now look at your audience, your family members, colleagues at work, schoolmates, professional colleagues. Number 5 is what? Fellow Rotarians. These are the people what we are communicating. These are the people we have in mind. You must have an audience. I always ask this question. If you want to run an advert for ice cream, is it dry season or wet or rainy season? Why? If I say come and buy ice cream in the rainy season and dry season, which one is better? There's a reason for that. I'm sure you can figure it out. So when you are telling your stories, your audience is very important. So these are the people. Prospects, sponsors. Our good public image will attract new members, will attract partners, those that will support our project. Always remember that. And there are many clubs that use Instagram to attract new members because they post what they do there, they celebrate their members, they showcase their projects, and then they attract new members. So let's rush now. Next. Okay, these are the channels you can use. Print media, television, radio, social media. You see, social media. WhatsApp. We talked about Instagram. Some use Twitter, LinkedIn. TikTok too is very popular now, right? Then we have banners outside, billboards. Most of the time we use outdoors for our polio campaign. Tell the world what about polio. Then you have events, special days like End Polio, Rotary Days of Service, World Polio Day, and so on and so forth. So these are ways we can tell our stories. Wearing your pin, t-shirts, like we are doing today now, is another way you can also promote Rotary. Next slide. Next. Okay, next slide. Okay, is on the phone. So our stories are Rotarians. Please take this page 15. All right, the slides will be shared. This paper will be shared. So I will just run through them. Stories about our projects, people of action, showing the work that we do, heartwarming stories from our beneficiaries, captivating pictures and video. That number 2 is testimonial. Let the world know what we are doing. You can imagine somebody, beneficiaries of the wealth, funds for scholarship, and you put that person on video and you share it on Instagram. You can imagine the impact. A beneficiary, the excitement, the emotional connection of having scholarship. So those are the kind of things we need to do. Exciting stories of the impact we have made, donations of mosquito nets, leading to reduction of malaria. So if you measure malaria, before malaria was like this, now you gave mosquito nets, malaria has reduced. That is impact. You can tell that story because it was measured the impact they were making. Compelling personal stories by Rotarians. Tremendous work of donors and partners, success stories of the Rotary Foundation, what Rotary has done for me series, and so on and so forth. Next slide. Our stories. Don't just pose. We don't like pictures where you pose. We want what? Action photographs. Showing that you're actually working. A photograph that is telling stories. Showing that you are doing something. Not to pose or show the food or drink that you are taking. That's not what we want. Next. Takeaways, build relationship with media. Try and get a media person in your club. It will be to your advantage, whether radio, TV, or newspaper, or online. Somebody who can write very well. One way you can attract publicity, a good one to Rotary. Get guest speakers. If you bring a John Momo to your club as a guest speaker, you know what that will do for your club, the brand, and the publicity you will get. So the personality is also very important. So build relationship with the media will help your stories. Provide ready-to-use content to simplify the journey. So edit your work properly. You see, the grammar has to be good. Write in simple, plain language, but make sure the story is told. Use proper Rotary branding. That number 3 is still a big problem. Big problem. Be consistent with your social media pages. Don't post this week and then you don't post again until after 6 weeks. No. There's always something to talk. You meet every week, so there must be something to share. Be consistent. Then seize upon you to always add Rotary to your conversations. Yes, wherever you go. When you wear your pin, like I'm doing now, you don't know who you will see at the airport or at the embassy or on the flight. You don't know who you will meet. Who is a Rotarian? Please always wear your pin and wear it with what? Pride. Next slide. Conclusion. Telling compelling stories lies in our ability to amplify what we do, the work that we do, and the impact we are making. Whether in the 7 areas of focus. Always remember that. Storytelling helps us to create a positive feedback mechanism that enhances our visibility and effectiveness. I've said it before, storytelling will enhance our public image. Positive public image that will attract members and sponsors and partners. So, tell our stories properly and consistently. Underline properly and consistently. You have to be consistent. Okay? Then we can increase our impact, expand our reach,
enhance participant engagement, and increase our reach about. Those are the four strategic priorities of Rotary International. Those four. From increase our impact, expand our reach. Please take, you know, when you do lessons like this or learnings like this, there are some things you must take out. If you didn't know before, the four strategic priorities of Rotary have been listed there. Next slide. Resources. I've said this is our University of Rotary. Go there, Brand Center, Learning Center, the district strategic plan. Those are resources. Next slide.
Well, the next slide is the last one. Thank
All right, we thank you to our very own past assistant governor, Ibrahim. I want to believe in taking a thing or two. Public image is actually very key for every job. Last Rotary, sometimes with so many projects and so many things, but ended up at the bottom of the table when the ranking came. Why? The things they did were just known to them and not to the world and even to the district or their awards and commissions committee. So telling the story is one, how you tell it is two, and communicating to who you're telling the story is very important. We heard all from the horse's mouth, and a big thank you to our guest speaker, Past Assistant Governor Eugene Friday. All right, so we move on very quickly. All right, thank you very much. That was that for public image. Please, do we have any questions for our guest speaker with respect to public image, telling your stories correctly? Any questions regarding branding, Rotary branding, disseminating information, telling stories about projects? Or was it very concise, Nettie? The ayes have it. Thank you very much. We'll move on very quickly. I'll call on our district governor to please present a few awards to deserving clubs that have supported this committee in planning today's multi-club zonal learning seminar. And the clubs, the first on the list is Rotary Club of Akute. Rotary Club of Akute.
Akute, please, where is the president or any member of the Rotary Club of Akute? Or members? If you are from Akute, please be here. This is the immediate past president here. Yes, please. Are you part of them? Yes, okay. Where are other members of the Rotary Club of Akute? Okay. So, let's thank the Rotary Club of Akute for providing support to the multi-club learning seminar of 2025-2026. This award is presented to the Rotary Club of Akute for your multi-club outstanding support and in recognition of your contribution and support to humanitarian service that led to the success of the multi-club learning seminar for 2025-2026, and it has been duly signed by me as well as the coordinator of the multi-club learning seminar. I want to thank you all for this support.
All right, while that's happening, please, let's have members of the Rotary Club of Surulere South. The proudest club at the moment, very arrogant, feeling very proud. Let's have you. I'm always very jealous of them. I'm jealous of them, I'm very jealous. Rotary Club of Surulere South. Please encourage them with a round of applause. It's not easy. Thank you, Mandiji. Please, let's have all the women, sorry, all the members. Please, let's have all the women of Rotary Club of Surulere South. Because they already have the only man here. Oh, there's another man in the club. All right.
I won't talk again. So, it's my pleasure to present this multi-club Outstanding Support Award to the Rotary Club of Surulere South in recognition of your contribution and support to humanitarian service that led to the success of the Multi-Club Learning Seminar 2025-2026, and it's been duly signed by me and the coordinator of the District Multi-Club Learning Seminar. Thank you, Rotary Club of Surulere South. I don't know whether I should give it to a man or woman. I don't know. So, where is the minute past? Come and receive it on behalf of the president. So, it is my pleasure to present this award to the Rotary Club of Surulere South. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. All right, the great round of applause. It's not easy. Great financial support for this committee to ensure the success of this event. Great support, great support. Thank you very much to the Rotary Club of Surulere South. Moving on, next award is to the only club that deserves to be a district at the moment, the Rotary Club of Bagada. Let's have representatives of Rotary Club of Bagada. Bayana. Are there members of the club around?
Yeah, the members of the Rotary Club.
The Rotary Club of Bagada. Take small money, let's promote you. We are here. Interestingly, this club currently holds the award as the best club in the district. I'll send you my invoice. And it's coming back to back actually. They had it last year, they had it this year. They will not get it next year. No, I don't get club. No, I don't have a club. No, I don't have club.
So, you see, this is the club of learning facilitator. That is the district learning facilitator. So, I want to thank the president and members of the Rotary Club of Bagada for supporting the multi-club learning seminar. And this appreciation is given to you in recognition of your contribution and support to humanitarian service that led to the success of the Multi-Club Learning Seminar 2025-2026. And it has been signed by my humble self and by the coordinator of the Multi-Club Learning Seminar 2025-2026, Past Assistant Governor Sunday Ogunade. So, thank you, Rotary Club of Bagada. But you are so few. Well, because of my PDD, I will not talk. Don't worry. You have done well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Right after this, we're going to be listening to representatives of the DISCON Committee, the West African Project Fair, and of course, the Rotary Community Corps. Thank you very much, my district. I will invite very quickly Rotary Editorial to help us today. In just 2 minutes, very quickly, coincidentally, he doubles as a chair of the West African Project Fair and the subcommittee chair for DISCON. So you just talk to us very the West African Project Fair. What we expect, please come and talk to us about the Rotary Community Call. Then we'll take the vote of thanks from the Vice Chairman of the committee and we'll be out of here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. My district governor, district leaders, fellow Rotarians, and our guests. Once again, my name is Rotarian Akinwale Odutola, and I'm popularly called Odula. I'm the district chair of the West African Project Fair, and we'll be flooding the district social media platform with information about the West African Project Fair before now. Once again, registration for attendance at the West African Project Fair is $175 for individual registration. Registrants, let me put it that way. And that will close on the 5th of November. But registration for clubs is closed for now. That is $350 US. Again, at the district level, we've also put out a travel package for Rotarians that will be willing to also go with us on this trip. The package is a 620,000 naira, which includes transport to and fro Lome Togo, the hotel for 4 days, 4 nights, because we intend to leave Lagos 6th of November to be back 10th of November. The West African Project Fair will actually start on the 5th and end on the 12th of November. So we intend to go on the 6th and come back on 10th. So that's for 4 nights, including breakfast. And also, that also will give you the West African Project Fair t-shirts, which also we're going to have. And we also have for pairing, meaning that if you're going to have 2 people staying in one room in the hotel, that goes for 435,000 naira. We keep posting this, so if you have any inquiries that you want to put across through us, please reach us through the telephone numbers on the e-flyers that we have. Again, we've also gotten lots of feedbacks as per the package for this travel. So at the district level or the community level, we're also we are looking at other alternatives, which probably, if we hope we will be able to get some that, will make the package a bit, how would I say, affordable, let me put it that way. So once we do that, we would also put that out. Again, I'm also here to double out to speak on DISCON. DISCON, as we all know, registration for DISCON has gone up to 40,000 naira, which also will end by the 31st of December. From 31st of December, from 1st January, it's up to 45,000 naira. So please, we also want to appeal to clubs or Rotarians to make sure that you also pay for DISCON to attend DISCON. Again, our House of Friendship is fully booked. Hotels also are still available, but conference hotel is filling up very fast. So if you are interested and you want to also book the conference hotel and any of our official hotels, which is Conference Hotel, Green Legacy, and the parking, please make it very snappy. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was very very concise. You want to attend this West African project fair. It promises to be very interesting. But whatever you do, do not miss this come for any reason whatsoever. We'll listen to Rotary Ayodele's son. Rotary Ayodele's son, the chair for Rotary Community Corps, in just 1 minute, and then we'll take the vote of thanks and leave here.
My name is Rotary Ayodele's son. I'm the chairman for Rotary Community Corps. We are all aware now that there's a need for us, all the clubs, to have a Rotary Community Corps. Just the people that will be in charge of our projects, we are going to be partnering with them. They are to look after all those projects that we're doing. Most of us now, most projects that we're doing now, the borehole are been damaged and stolen because nobody to look after it. It is an emergency now. Rotary is not joking with it. Rotary Community Corps. You must have, all clubs must have a Rotary Community Corps as your partner. They are not to be your member. If they are interested, they can be a member. But you must work hand in hand with them. That's why Rotary said they must do your need assessment of any project at all. Most of us are doing projects that the community does not need, and they will not look after it. When it damages, it's not them. But Rotary said that before you do any project at all, consult them and form a Rotary Community Corps. They are the one to look after your project and tell you what is happening to your project, so that if it is damaged, they'll completely inform you, so that we will not be wasting money. So there's a form for it, for you to form the Rotary Community Corps. Please call me. Let me just give you my number now: 080-3246-7637. You will hear more from me. Any information you want, just call on me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was the Rotary Community Corps, and you heard it from the chairman himself. On that note, it's important to see if the committee for this event appreciates what we've done. All right, a quick one. Quick stop right there, chairman. Just 1 second, please. Thank you.
Fellow Rotarians, I think the day is fast spent, although well spent. I want to appreciate clubs that are well represented at this seminar. Although I want to thank all clubs, because most of the clubs that we have here actually came with 5 participants, which is very commendable. And I've been interacting with our district learning facilitator, and he told me that most clubs have 5 members here. But again, it is equally important to thank the early birds, because when we have an event like this, it is usually appropriate for us to come as punctually as we should. So let me recognize the Rotary Club of Surulere South for having the highest attendance at this multi-club learning seminar. Where are members of the Rotary Club of Surulere South? Thank you, that's my club. Thank you. So, in no particular order, I would want to especially appreciate the Rotary Club of Apute Golden. Apute Golden is relatively new, but they have attended this seminar punctually. Once again, let's give them another round of applause. If older clubs can be like them, we will all be the better for it. Then they are towing the line of their parent club, Rotary Club of Apute, which also has 5 members, one of the early events. Rotary Club of Apute, where are they? Please give yourself a round of applause. If they call you a globetrotter and you are not globetrotting, but you have decided to be here and you are here with members of your club, please let's give it to the Rotary Club of Nigeria Globetrotters. Their president is here. That's not enough for Globetrotters. They may decide not to be here. And to every other club that has attended this seminar, I want to say thank you to all of you. You have all been wonderful. This has been a very interactive and very interesting multi-club. May God bless all of you and take us safely home to our various destinations. Thank you once again.
Round of applause for my DG. Thank you very much. Very quickly, I will invite the vice chair of the committee. Let's even be sure if they appreciate what we have done or not. So for the vote of thanks, the vice chair of the planning committee for the district zonal multi-club seminar.
IDG, PDG's fellow Rotarians, on behalf of the multi-club learning seminar committee, we'd like to say a very big thank you for leaving your job, your home, to come and learn more about Rotary. We appreciate you. Thank you very much and safe journey.
Last but not the least, I'd like to appreciate me for the good work I have done today. Please give me a round of applause. Thank you very much. Please let's follow the outstanding as we take the Rotary grace. If it's good for you, please hold someone's hands as we take the Rotary grace together. Let's go at Rotary. Oh, the giver of all good, we praise thee for our daily food. May Rotary friends and Rotary ways help us to serve thee all our days. Thank you very much and see you at the next zone's multi-club 11 and 7. Thank you. See you in the job.
Money for